Lord's Day comes around every week, first day of the week. The Bible says to break bread, which we do, have a prayer service, which we do, and read a bit of scripture, which we do. But our day doesn't end with the breaking of bread. We go on the streets and we do a bit of outreach, and I'm going to show you a tract that I was giving out yesterday. It's a good little tract, and I had a good 50-minute conversation with a man called Brian. I'd like to ask you to pray for this man. And these are free tracts, by the way. You can get them, and I'll put a link in the description box if you want to get them. And I had a good 50-minute conversation with a man called Brian. Excuse me. Very windy today, still very cold for March. And I believe this man's going to be saved. So please pray for Brian. And took him through the gospel, showed him a few things which he hadn't heard of before, and he was very thankful to come across our path. John came back yesterday, the man I told you about in the previous video, man who got saved Saturday last, and we gave him the new Bible, which we promised to do, prayed with him some more, and he gave me his cigarettes, and I destroyed them at his request. He's a man who's got a lot of issues, and I invite you to pray for this man. He knows where we are, so don't think that we've just left him. He can come back to us whenever he chooses to, and we will support him as best as we can. Just keep this in mind that if you do street ministry, that you are not a social worker. We get a lot of panhandlers coming along saying, please give us money for this and that. And what we do is, instead of giving them the money to go and buy their own stuff, we buy food for them. And we do that so we know that the money's not wasted. And we are quite happy to buy a meal for these people, and off they go with the Word of God in their back pocket too. I want to also encourage some of you people that meet on Sundays with your churches or your fellowships or whatever you do, that you don't just go home after your service and call it a day. We are here today giving out tracts. We've given out a lot of tracts today, and although it's still cold and windy, we wouldn't be anywhere else. And I want to encourage you people, if you used to do this, to return, start doing it again. The greatest gift that the Lord has given us is the gift of regeneration, and He's used us as His vehicles to do this, and it's a great honour to witness to people, to pray with people, and I've been blessed to do it for many years now. And I'll just tell you a quick story before I sign out, that about 40 years ago there was a church not far from here that used to finish their Sunday service, and one of the people in their church would go out, arrive in the town on the steps, and wait for the entire church to arrive. And this church was a Bible-believing church, and they preached the whole Word of God. People got saved. Unfortunately, that no longer happens. This church is now dead, with about half a dozen people. Very sad. But Sunday is just another day now. It's been deregulated. Unfortunately, people go to work, and the betting shops are open, and the pound shops are open, and the supermarkets are open, and so on and so forth. But we've been blessed today. We've given out a lot of tracts, and yesterday was a good day too. And I just want to ask you to pray for Brian, pray for John, and invite you, please, viewer, if you're saved, you know the Lord, to get out and take the Word of God and get some good Bible tracts. And here's another quick one you might want to look at, a true story. And give them out to people, tell them how to be saved. Remember, it's through the faith in the blood of Christ alone. There's no good works involved. And you can know you're saved, 1 John 5:13. I'm going to sign it now. And thank you for your prayers for this ministry and your thoughts, and I'll talk to you soon.